I figured I'd do a little shop update. We got bent valves and timing needs to be done on this. The head is in the machine shop. This is a Golf R32. So once we get the head back, I'll be putting this back together. So that's a wait in progress. We're waiting on that. We got my coworker polishing some headlights on the CLK. Here's a before, and maybe we'll have an after by the time this video is over. The shop's a mess because, you know, maybe we'll do a box video on that little chingadera. Got an E36 M3 in for coolant leak, probably from the reservoir. The A6, that needs an oil filter housing in the back. We just had an S500 1994 for, what do we do in the S500? Oh yeah, valve covers and dry belt. But anyways, this is my boss's box from probably the 90s that has a lot of character in it, and I figured I'd just kind of go through it. And here's mine, not clean, but I've been working out of it. I just got these warranted. Watch your head. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, right here. I bought one of these from the swap meet, and it was started to switch directions when using it, so I got that warranted. Also bought one of these from the swap meet, but I stripped the teeth out, so I got that warranted. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I've gotten anything new in my box. Anyways, let me just go through my boss's box. And I'm not gonna go through everything. You can visually see. These are European studs from Matco. These are nice, must recommend. I use these, anytime you take a wheel off, you need these. So we have two, because there's different thread pitches. These oil filter housings are nice because they're metal and they don't slip. Got a Matco thermometer, laser, you know what that is. Torque sticks, I don't trust these, but you could thread the bolts with those for the lugs. Big sockets. Our customer came by, scratch that. Big mirrors. These are ADV 1/4 inch magnet sockets. The cool thing is that like he lets us work out of his box, which is nice. You don't see a lot of bosses that are that flexible. Miscellaneous. These are Mac 3As. These are mismatch Matco. Yeah, Matco long deep 1/4 inch. Here's my coworker bought this. This is like Harbor Freight 10 mil. These are okay. So I have these. These are the Craftsman, like RBDT for like taking out stripped hex bolts. But honestly, these work way better. These are from Mac. I think Matco sells them. The teeth are just more aggressive. Let me get that to focus. The teeth on these are way more aggressive. There's been instances where these start to round out. Okay. I gotta polish them. He's polishing some headlights, so it's coming out good. These are for just like suspension. Anyways, these, if you work on European cars, get something metal for the oil filters. Don't get plastic. Let me see if there's anything fancy in here that I come in here to use. This is where's it long? He has a long 10 mil somewhere. I don't see it right now, but these are I started working with these. He let me borrow these when I was doing the Audi water pumps, and I bought my own. Right here, I put them on a rail. I bought my own, but I started using his. He put me on a swivels. These are nice. These are for some of the Porsches and Audis. The differential has huge hex bolts or axle nuts, so these are nice. These are snap-on. I use these from him. Drill bits. I know for like broken, he has these. Sometimes we use, instead of markers, if we want to mark metal, you just kind of like pull this back, and then it makes a divot. I've used that a couple times. These are for taking out, let me see, it's hard to do this with one hand, but taking out broken head bolts. Oh, it kind of looks like this. These are nice. Recommend. I've used this. I'm just kind of going through his box and seeing what I use, and then maybe you can take something out of that. 12-point sockets. I wouldn't use those unless the fastener is a 12-point in and of itself. I've used these a couple times. That's the top drawer. pliers. Anything in here I use. These are nice. These are crimps. I use these. I don't have room on box for a big set of these. I've used these before. A stripper for taking off hoses. This is handy. This is made by, I think Astro makes these, but these are probably from like a truck. But yeah. Let's see, what else is, these are for the old Mercedes to take the spark plug wires out, or E30s, we've used these. This is for axle boots. You've got those hose clamps. So we clamp it with this tool. Anything else in here I use? That's this plier drawer. So both of us, if we don't have anything, we come in through here. But as you can see, all this stuff is like just been beat to heck and used. So I figured it'd be cool to show, like, this is what my boss runs this shop out of. So, and we stay busy. So it's a mess right now, and this lift is out of commission, but you know, Matco wrenches, but he's had these, or mountain wrenches, but these are easy red. This 32 thin, this is for the fan clutches. You need something thin to fit in between the fan, yeah. Anything here? I know one time he broke one of these, and he took the head, and he's like, I made my own tool. Where is that? Somewhere over here. What up, boo? Hey, look. What you get there?
Lunch. You want to see what's for lunch today?
Yeah, what's for lunch? What you got in there?
What we got? Some tuna.
This is for the whole world to see. Ain't nothing in there, boo.
Dude, it's some tuna, no crust.
Excuse the intermission. This little chingus, where did I leave off? These are cool for spark plugs. This is OG. I mean, his ratchets they've been through it. I mean, this one needs Viagra, you could tell. This one, I used this one a couple times. This is Mac, but I don't really like the back drag on it. So I ended up, the snap-on one is nicer. This one, I like this one. This is a pickup that I don't think I filmed. And then this is from the other video. Is there anything new in my box that I'm missing? I don't think so. Anyways, back to my boss's box. He put me on the Matco. I love the ratchets because of how thin they are. 0 degree. These are nice. And then you just loosen, tighten. Stubbies. I used to use his big 1/2 inch. I used to use these a lot. Put me onto those. This is cool. Gear wrench. These are handy. This is my favorite ratchet. I broke a couple bolts with this one. I learned that very quickly. So then I bought one. But mine has the quick release on it. So that's that. Oh, this is a new pickup that I haven't filmed. Excuse me, Chris. I got these, the new snap-on hose picks, and then these are some punches. I haven't filmed that. Let's go to the next drawer. Brake spreader, torque wrenches, suspension work. Sometimes, like mine, because this arm is wider, this fits on a lot more that mine doesn't. Borescope, snap-on borescope, brake pushers. I wonder if one of those is mine. Cheater bar, hood prop. Let's see. Electrical stuff. We use this a lot. Ground, check this. Check the trans on Mercedes. These are for, here are 2 scanners. So we have the new, sorry, excuse the mess. It's organized chaos. This is the Matco scanner we use. And then we have the old one. I might buy another one actually. This is an old one. I just did engine mounts on an X3. That's the old oil pan for the Golf. Anything in here I'm missing? I don't know. You can take a look. Here's a old tool, maybe doesn't work anymore, for the hose clamps. Anyways, he's got a lot of specialty tools in the cabinet over there in the corner. I can kind of do like a shop tour as well. Let me just close this. I just love how everything's been used. Air tools, Love this. A lot of history. You can see this is cool. This is our favorite tool.
It's like looking good.
3/8, 1/2 inch. This takes off everything and anything. Air hammer. This one's strong. This one Blue Point doesn't work, but this air ham's strong. Phillips. Flatheads. Picks.
This is my kit too.
Hammers. Brass is nice for punching the axles off. Chisels. Some snap-on filers. Oh, he's got some cool stuff in here. I'm gonna buy these from him. These are e-torques, but deep. So instead of using, you don't really need deep, but instead of using an extension, those are nice. And then, let's see what this is. Hello. This is for sensors. All right. Been customers here. I was talking to them, and all right. So where did I leave off? I was talking about these long e-torques. Sorry, this video's all over the place. We're still open, but he's got a bunch of specialty tools in here. I probably won't go through all of these, but maybe I'll ask my boss if I could buy these off of him because I like these instead of the torques. I have these instead of extensions, right? Those are pretty cool. Plus, you don't see a lot of E10. The E10 is 1/4 inch, so I actually like that. This is Cowhawk USA. They're good. Ball torques. Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna have to take those out. So it's got some other stuff in here. These are for testing like fuel injectors. So that's the box. And then also we had a Snap-on rep come by and he warrantied all the drawers. So it's got brand new like rails. I'm just gonna give you a little shop tour. So we got some our oil filters, we got the O-rings here, we got miscellaneous bolts, we got our battery tester, some jumpers, O-rings, more bolts. This is axle nut. This is an axle nut case for like the big sockets. And I believe these are 12 points, so those come in handy. Brake bleeder, brake fluid, brake stuff down here. We got a nice speakers here. So I think I was on my Spotify. I gotta show this because it's important, you know. Anyways, let me just put something on. Anyways, he bought these to you know, bump. But so we got this, which is nice. I don't know if this is gonna get copyrighted, but we'll put maybe these won't get copyrighted. I don't know. Anyways, oh yeah, Mercedes fan. Here's more miscellaneous stuff. I won't really show, it's a mess, but we use it, man. We use it. Sometimes we put bubble wrap if we're working on Brembo brakes and we take the calipers off. We cover them with that. There's more stuff in there, like light bulbs and the blue thing, and wood for the lift. That's wood for the lift. Yeah, this is a big project that I got to put back together. This is my coworker's box. I call it. We had a belts and shit, but I just put U.S. General and shit because, you know, that's his. You know, there's different types of technicians. Some that like their shit organized. Some that just put it all in a little bucket and you figure it out. He just bought this today though. He just bought this 1/2 inch ratchet. This is nice. And then I sold this to him. I sold a couple things to him. But anyways, so that's a tour for. Oh, I sold this ratchet. You might have seen this in one of my videos. I sold this to him. These came from me. He got these Matco 1/4 inch swivels. Those are nice. Craftsman. He bought that. We got that off Facebook. Fluids in here. Nothing fancy. And then here, please just, you know, the shop's not pretty because we've been doing work. And this is like one of the only times where we get. Anyways, so here is a bunch of stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna go through every case, but coolant stuff. These adapters are important because I have my own gun, but he has the adapters. Tap and die. Oil pressure gauges, specialty tools, timing tools, transmission fillers, stuff right here, anti-brake squeal, that's in there. Yeah, you name it. Fume or whatever, the voltmeter, that's in there. And yeah, so anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. And I'll give you one more sneak peek. If you haven't already, go check out my video where I kind of go through this whole box. These are new. This is new. I go through the whole box, and yeah, check that video out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Oh, I didn't go through here. Oil, fluids, chemicals, brake cleaner normal here, but right now we have a lot of. You see, I got everything organized. It looks like a mess, but trust me, it's all organized. That's all stuff for the head. And then, but yeah, this car's been apart for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So hopefully we get it back together soon. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Later.